Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. I had this centered the way I wanted to earlier. What the hell happened? Must have been Manny Bones messing with it. There we go. Stay. All right, we're good. What is up, everyone? It's a Friday night. The weekend is kicking off. It's Labor Day weekend, if you will. Hope y'all had a good week, and hope y'all are going to have an even better weekend. I know I'm going to try. I know. I'm going to try. Zach Bonifer's in here. What is up? Putting my nipple tweaking all over Twitter. Dude, what is wrong with you, man? HD is in here. What's shaking, bro? Cheers. I found this. I haven't seen this in the stores a lot. Like when it first came out, I saw it like all over the place. And then I didn't see it anywhere. So I'm thinking there was like a shortage or something. I shouldn't be drinking this anyways, but you know, I gotta splurge once in a while, just otherwise I'm gonna go nuts. Some little Dew Zero. It's pretty good. It actually tastes like Dew without, like, when I drink it doesn't taste like my teeth are all going to rot out in 2 seconds. The Baja Zero is even better. If you're a fan of the Baja from Taco Bell, oh, God, it's so good. That is my crack. That is my, like, I don't care what I eat from Taco Bell. I have to have, like, the giant Baja. I'm just impressed they made the Baja Zero. You can't find the Baja anywhere in the stores now. It sucks. Not that I go that many places lately, but I'm just saying. Hit a couple places this past weekend. And I don't, like I said, I don't get out much, but I shared this with my boys the other night. This is a fun little part of my childhood. I'm really dating myself here when I'm telling you this. This is going on the wall. I'm very excited about this. This is Bobby the Brain Heenan. Okay? I don't have a Bobby the Brain Heenan action figure. He's in, if you're wondering what the hell he's wearing, this is from, okay, so this is the back. I'll quick read this. It says, listen up, humanoids, to the champions he managed. The patriarch of the Heenan family was the Brain, but the WWE Universe had a name more fitting for a man of his character, the Weasel, in 1988, after Ultimate Warrior destroyed Heenan, who stepped out of his managerial comfort zone and into the ring as a competitor. He dressed the unconscious Bobby as in a full-sized Weasel suit. So there you go, folks. Little history there going back. And that's honestly, as far as like specific things from the late 80s, it's probably one of the last things that I remember watching as a child. Like off the top of my head, I could probably, dive deep and find out some more stuff. But yeah, that cracks me up. So this is going to go right next to it's over on the wall. I got a couple Ultimate Warriors. I got the you guys can't see it, but literally right above Manny Bones here up in the corner next to the Shield guys is, the Ultimate Warrior Sting combo. And I've got a Elite Ultimate Warrior by himself over on the far wall. But yeah, so this is going to go up next to Ultimate Warrior. So just wanted to share that with you guys. I don't buy too many lately. I've been looking for the AEW ones. I haven't seen any around here. I got the belt. And I actually saw the ring. I want to buy a ring because I don't want to open them up and then like put them in the ring. I don't have that much room in my office to like make a display anyways. Maybe someday, but all right, let's say hello to some more people. Aaron Jack is in here. What is up? TMS. Swag fan. Weasel. I got him in his white jacket at WrestleMania 3. Oh, wow. Is that another elite one? I know he doesn't have too many figures out there. That's cool, though. Not surprised to hear AOP have gone from the E because they wasted being used. Plus, when was the last time they were on TV? Well, that's one of the things that I've talked about for years. Which, contrary to what I've been saying about that, they actually did the opposite on SmackDown tonight. And we'll get into that in a little bit. For those that watched SmackDown tonight, did it feel like it was like a super fast show? It felt like it was like over in like a half hour or something. It just flew. I don't know why. Maybe because like my head was going 20 different places, so I was like kind of distracted or something. I don't know. But yeah, we can talk about AOP as long as you brought it up. AOP, for those who don't know, hang on. Let's bring up the old news. Here we go. Share. Here we go. Kane and Razor Akam. My bad. See, it's been so long since I've been on. I'm like, how the hell do you pronounce their names again? Akam and Razor. I'm sorry. Razor. I'm probably mispronouncing the wrong syllable, and I apologize for that. Has come to the terms of the release of Kane and Razor AOP. We wish them all the best in their future endeavors. Now, if you guys do research on these guys, they are, like when they brought them in, I was like, whoa. And I did a little bit of research back in the day when they first came in, and I'd have to like actually go look and see like how long they were in there. I know they've been gone for like a majority of the last 2 years because of injuries to at least one and or both of them, unfortunately. Yeah, Swag fan, we'll get to that. Elijah Washington. Hey, J-Bone, what if AOP show up during AEW All Out Battle Royal? Now, that would be sick, or BFG. They can't actually show up for neither. Let me put it this way. The only way they can show up for those is if they didn't take the 90-day thing. But everyone does the 90-day thing. You know, because, it's smart. It's smart. You still get paid for 90 days while you get to figure out your future, whether it be wrestling or relocating or finding another job with another company or whatever, you know. Some people don't take that. Like, for example, very few do not take it. One off the top of my head that I know did not take it was Sami Callihan. He wanted to get to work right away, and he said, nope, don't want it. Screw it. I'm out of here. I'm just taking my shit and I'm running. And that weekend, literally, he showed up just south of here in Chi-Town at AAW. That was his first return. I remember seeing clips from that. Man, that gave me goosebumps. I was like, yeah, Callahan. That was when I really started paying attention to him. Because I saw his stuff that he did in NXT, and I was like, man, it just feels This doesn't feel genuine, you know? It's like they're trying too hard with him. Look what he's done over the last handful of years. He's absolutely ripped apart the whole wrestling industry. It's crazy, right? But AOP, sorry. So no, they're not going to show up anywhere soon, most likely. You know, and they got to take these 90 days, depending on who was hurt and how badly it was. I know some people are like, well, wasn't the one guy injured? You can't fire him when he's injured. They wouldn't fire him when he's injured because that's a ridiculously huge lawsuit. Okay. They've probably done that in the past and just didn't give a shit. So yeah, I saw that, Elijah. We'll talk about it. We'll talk. Hang on, people. We'll hang on. Just hold your horses. Hold your horses. We can see them anywhere in the future. You know, if they're healthy enough, I'm sure someone will snatch them up. There's no reason why not. But they're big guys, you know, and I'm surprised. Like, the Ascension hasn't shown up anywhere, and I forgot they're formerly known as Ascension. Now they were called something else. I remember it. I remember seeing it, but now I forgot it. It's something with an A, I think. It's Arise or something. I forget, whatever. But I'm surprised they haven't shown up anywhere. You know, I was really looking forward to them shaking things up on the Impact roster or AEW or whatever. You know, I don't know. But you got to wonder what they have. I mean, everyone's different. Some people just want to get out because of bad experiences like Punk, you know, did or whatever. Who knows? It's okay, Elijah. It's okay. We'll get the stuff. We'll get the stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna keep a close eye on that though, because I mean those guys are some legit badasses. They got grappling skills. They're not just big guys that walk around and do a bunch of clotheslines and don't know how to wrestle. No, they've got skills. It's why they were hired. They got that collegiate, like the collegiate / MMA skill set stuff. Yeah, it's like similar to like a guy like Madman Fulton. You know, you don't think of Madman Fulton having those kind of skills, but he does. He totally does. You know. So yeah, it sucks for them that they couldn't stay healthy and have a good run. They were successful in NXT. They when they clobbered who did they beat? They were a 1-time or 2-time champs, I think. I think they beat Gargano and Ciampa at some takeover a few years ago. And then it was all downhill from there. Like they were tag champs. They got up to the main roster. Someone got injured real quick. And they always do this. Well, I can't say always because look what they did tonight with Jay. We'll get to that. But a majority of the time, they shelve the guy that's healthy instead of letting him go out there, get in the ring, keep your faces out there, keep the merch going, build a new fan base by yourself, something, anything. I'd be like, dude, stick me in the ring with a pillow. I'll wrestle a pillow on TV. I don't give a fuck, you know. You want to keep yourself. You want to keep your legitimacy out there, you know. Thank you, Aaron Jack. That's a big help to. That's a big help to us. That's a big help from Josh. oh damn, what's his name? Josh. His name's Josh. Paxton. I think his name is Josh Paxton. He's a legit designer. He does like little league stuff in his area, and he does like just like he's got the whole area in lockdown for his business, and he has a very successful business. So he's not just some guy that just like putzes once in a while and does this and has another job. No, that's his job, and he wants to help us. And he said he's actually going to help me too when he has some time. So I can't wait to see what he's going to come up with for me, because that's what he came up with for TNI. So I'm really excited, because I've been trying to like put some different logos, and if you've seen the covers, you've seen like a couple different things, like a fist and the whatever. And I'm like one day I'll like it, one day I won't. And I'm like, I'm happy with some stuff, and then I'm not. So I'm like, so I'm trying to keep everything looking uniform, and it's hard, but I'm trying to come up with fresh ideas at the same time. So I'm hoping he can help me come up with something. I don't know what, anything at this point, just to put something else in my t-shirt shop. By the way, if you do want to help, and by all means, go buy all the TNI merch. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, no, you got to buy my merch. This is my show. No, whatever. It all helps us. It helps me. It helps us, our crew. But my stuff is in the description if you want to help smash this podcast. If you want to know what the logo is, it's this logo, this little logo up here. That Smash This Podcast. It's on gray and white and something else. There's a couple colors. They're different. It's, it's like I can't put it on black because it's black lettering, so I had to put like everything but black. So, but it's green. It's different. It kind of reminds me of Incredible Hulk. That's what the inspiration was for that, if you want to know. Like the ring is exploding, So yeah. I know some people keep asking me like, hey man, where's your new merch? Dude, I don't have a lot of free time. And when I have some free time, sometimes I just chill and just kind of just shut my mind off, because my mind is always going 20 different directions. So yeah, AOP. And I was thinking, I was like, well, they didn't bring him back with Seth in the midst of all this. If they were healthy, that tells me that Seth, because there was rumors that Seth's going away soon, which makes sense because Becky's pregnant. She's going to be having her baby sometime later this year. I think it's like Thanksgiving or December or something like that. Well, she found out in April, right? Late March, early April. So what? So April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. That's 9 months. So somewhere in the towards the end of the year. Christmas, maybe. New Year's. Oh. So yeah, don't be surprised if Seth's going to take a few months off and help her, which is incredibly unselfish of him if he is. I give him a lot of credit for that. That's good. That's good. That's a good papa. That's a good hubby, Help out your baby. So, all right, what else? Let's talk SmackDown, and then I'll talk about a couple other subjects, and I'll open it up to you guys for whatever. Okay? All right, so let's do that. So this is for SmackDown Friday, September 4th, excuse me. Today's the 4th. My goodness. 9/4/20. That's why I got confused. And let me know what you're thinking of these segments as I'm going through this, because some of this, like, I'm going to blow over some stuff, and some stuff I'm because that's why I put highlights. I don't break everything down, every little nook and cranny of the show, just because sometimes you miss stuff. But this opening promo, so this is Monday we had Fallout from Payback. This is also Fallout from Payback. Okay, you might not think of it that way because it's the end of the week, but it's the other show that was tied to Payback. So this is still Fallout from Payback. No, they didn't. I read something that Retribution is only going to be on Raw now, which I guess makes sense. You can't have. Well, okay, you can, because we've seen it. People show up on this brand and they show up on that brand for shits and giggles. Oh, it's part of this new thing we're doing. This cool new hip thing. But yeah, I guess they're only on Raw. But if you're going to introduce like a big new group of like 5, 6, 7 people or whatever, yeah, put it on a show when you got a little more time to feature them, I guess. So no one gives a shit about them anymore because all they do is like attack people in catering, and that just doesn't mean anything. It's the biggest fail as far as storyline stuff in WWE lately. I've been very critical of that. So Heyman's out there with Reigns, and Heyman cuts just an awesome promo. It's, we haven't seen him in a while. Okay, and I'm not talking about last week. Yes, we saw him last week. We saw him at the pay-per-view. But I'm talking about as far as being a manager, it's been a while. It's been a minute, So he's out there, and he's usually, see, this was weird, but it was cool. It was a very different Paul Heyman than we're used to seeing. Excuse me. Usually he's out there with Brock, right? That's what we're used to seeing. He's out there with Brock, and he's storming around the ring, and he's cocky. My name is Paul Heyman, and this is the world champion, Brock Lesnar. He's screaming so loud, his hair, his ponytail is going woo, just going nuts in front of the camera, and telling the camera to focus on him, and he's getting all up in the camera guy's face, and Paul Heyman's usually out there, and he's like this all the time, right? This was very different. This was a very focused, yet almost like a reborn Paul Heyman. Talked about himself being like, just felt like he was just thrown away, which part of that probably was a shoot, It's kind of interesting how he did that. Because he was let go from his job, and we didn't know at the time if he was still going to be the character Paul Heyman whenever Brock returned, and then Brock became a free agent. So it's like, oh, well, they got to put him somewhere, right? I know some people can't stand the fact that Paul's with Roman. I think it's a genius move. People were begging for years for Roman to be the heel he was back in NXT. And I said it too, like a long time ago, but I know I said it because it was brief. It was right before the Shield stuff. He'd come out there in a suit and he's all cocky and shit. It's real rare. It's real rare because most people's introduction was the Shield stuff. They didn't even see his brief stuff in NXT, but I saw it, and it was good. It was good. It proved to me that The guy can do it. It was simple. It was heelish, and he could do it. And then he did, believe in the Shield for like years. That's all he said. That's all he said. That's all he had to say. He had Mox and Seth. He didn't have to say nothing else. But he was just standing there, and Paul's like kind of crouching behind him, kind of like half behind him, half not. And he's real soft spoken like this. And it was a great promo. And it was such a different side of Paul. And it was the wildest part about it was him telling the camera that it's like, if you think I influenced him, he's like, no, it's on the contract. It's on the contrary. Roman saw me all alone, like drowning, or however he put it. It was great. He's like, and he saved me, and he brought me in, which is even more bizarre. It really is. But it's great at the same time. Because then it says how Roman felt all alone and just forgotten about, which is such bullshit, but it's hilarious, It's like I missed him, and I knew that ratings were suffering because of him. Like I know there's a certain fan base out there that watches just for him. And when he went away after, or right before WrestleMania, was that 5 months ago now, or whatever it is? Jeez. He, and people understood it's health reasons, He's got that weakened immune system, but, and I was shocked when he came back. I was like, oh my God, he's back. I'm like, he must be feeling significantly well if he came back. And I know his wife just had twins or something. So he wanted to spend time with his new kids too. And that's perfectly understandable. And then Roman said something real brief. I don't remember what he said. But Heyman's promo was gold as usual. And look, it's perfect. Roman doesn't have to say much. Just go out there, be the badass. Heyman can do his thing. And it still puts over Roman, See, I said it and you showed up. What's up, Critical Sting? I could never watch a show for one person. I hear you. Sometimes I feel like I'm alone on an island watching Raw just to catch a glimpse of Ricochet, because he's about the only one I really like on there. No, I like a few more people, but he's one of my favorites on there, to be honest, and I just want to see him get used properly, but he gets destroyed every week from MVP and his goons, it's like, shit. Poor fucker. Oh, I hope they're paying him good. I really hope they're paying Ricochet good. It's like, why the hell did they take him out of NXT? Why? So as soon as they brought him up, I was like, I don't know. Just felt like a hot mess. So then they introduce the match that's going to be the main event. The Fatal 4-Way is going to be Riddle versus Big E. Now, this is interesting. I don't know why they did this, but Big E versus King Corbin versus Sheamus. Big E celebrating later. And I'm going to kind of jump around here. Big E gets attacked and put through a freaking windshield by Sheamus and takes him out of the match. And Big E gets replaced. Now, this is interesting. Now, this is like they said, this is totally contradicting what I said earlier as far as, you know, when one guy from the tag team is gone and the other guy just sits on the shelf, you know. They've been using Jey Uso on and off over the last few months since Jimmy's been injured or whatever. Again, I can't remember. I can never remember like which one is which and which who got injured, how, you know. So, but nonetheless, so Jey Uso gets replaced. I'm like, wow, that's really, or Jey Uso is the replacement for Big E. Like, I wonder what's going on with Big E. Did they just like, is this part of like just trying to build him up as a solo star and put sympathy on him? It's like, you didn't have to do that. We all love Big E and we want him to shine as a solo act. Unless he's going to get thrown in the main event somehow in a few weeks with Roman and Jay, because he got taken out from Sheamus, unless it just continues the stuff with Sheamus, which, okay, whatever. But I was really looking forward to this match. When they took Big E out, I was kind of like, all right. Like, I half paid attention, half didn't to the main event. Was shocked that Jey Uso won. I really was. I was like, oh, they just threw him in there for just to say they threw in a fourth guy to make it the fatal four-way that they announced initially. And he won. And I was like, whoa, you got cousin versus cousin? Now, I know some fans would be like, yeah, but we wanted Rock. We wanted The Rock, not Jay. Wrong fucking cousin. You know? Been over a decade, they still can't tell the Usos apart. Yeah, then they both cut their hair, and it's even harder now. So, but yeah, congrats to Jay. I mean, the guy's going to headline a pay-per-view, for crying out loud. When's the last time the Usos headlined a pay-per-view? How many more times have the Usos been put on the pre-show and or just randomly taken off of shit? About 1,000 times more, right? So the fact that they're actually doing something with Jay, I mean, was it influence from Roman? Maybe, you know? And because they're cousins, maybe they're going to reenact the finger poke of doom or some shit. I don't know. But Roman, dude, he's cold and he's cocky. And it's just, it's so weird to see him like this. But he's doing it good. He is. I'm it's like, I knew he could do it. I've seen it before. I've said that, you know? And he's pulling off the cold, cocky heel. He's not screaming, you know, like the classic heels from the days of old. He's just cold and calculated. Makes you listen, right? It makes you listen. Like, wait, what was he saying? Very similar. The psychology of Jake the Snake Roberts. Jake the Snake Roberts never raised his fucking voice. Never. He never raised his voice. He always talked like this, and he always made you, oh man, we gotta get close to the TV. What the hell is he saying? He made you pay attention, you know? And that's what Roman's doing. It's interesting. Oh, thanks for reminding me. That's one thing I did not write down. Let's talk about that. What do you think the woman, or who do you think the woman is in the vignette? You're talking about the one with the heels dragging the mink on the floor. It looks like a female version of Tyler Breeze, right? And no, that doesn't mean I'm thinking of like Tyler Breeze and drag or some crazy thing like that. No, I'm not saying that. It just reminded me of some flashy person like Tyler Breeze, like some star. In this case, a starlet. Okay, so similar to Randy Orton. Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. And Randy Orton doesn't yell a lot either. Yeah. Um, oh, jeez. Oh, no, this is interesting. I've been seeing little articles pop up all night about this whole social media thing. So I just got the update here. I'll get back to the vignette in just a second. Just give me a second. Fightful got the actual email that Vince McMahon sent his superstars. You can read it here. No, I'm not going to read that whole thing. If you want to read it, you can go to ringsidenews.com. They just put it up there. Don't go to Fightful. Fuck that guy. Anyways, Elijah Washington says it's gotta be Chelsea Green. Critical Sting says my money is also on Chelsea Green. Yeah, I think it is. I hope it is because I don't know who the heck else it's gonna be. Honestly, you know, I only know so many girls from the NXT um, women's locker room of who it could possibly be. Now, this would obviously be um, yeah. See, we've never seen. Did we see a glamorous version of Chelsea Green? Excuse me. Did we see a glamorous version of Chelsea Green in Impact Wrestling, and then she like turned into like the hot mess? Because I'm trying to think of the storyline that was, and that was like 3 or 4 years ago. That goes back a little bit, like 2017 ish, 2016, 2017. Um, she was a couple different things in Impact Wrestling. I love the hot mess though. But this, I mean, this is something that could turn into the hot mess, down the road, obviously, because she did it so well. She really did. I'll give her that. Oh, Lacey Evans gets repackaged. No, Carmella, Mandy Rose, Peyton Royce. I suppose. I mean, they split up. They split up the Iconics, so in a sense, it could be. I mean, those are some really high heels. It's got to be somewhat petite, right? You'd think maybe. She was Maria's accomplice with Allison Kay. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, that's real. See, and I was watching then, but sometimes I tuned out, so some of that I don't remember. Okay. See, that was a real tumultuous time. That was right around the GFW period and or right before that, I think. I don't know. But yeah, I mean Chelsea Green. I mean, if it is Chelsea Green, I'm happy for her because I know there was little things out there about WWE wanting to do something with um, um, Zack Ryder's house or use a pool for something. I read some story they wanted to do something with Zack Ryder's pool as an area for shooting something. And then he basically told them to go F themselves. And then they pulled Chelsea Green from TV as like a countermeasure. How true that is, I don't know. That's all I've heard about her lately. I don't think she's been on NXT television at all. Um, so noticing the size of her heels, dude, her heels took up the whole freaking screen, dude. I don't know how women walk in those things. I'm no fashion sense, for God's sake. I'm wearing heavy metal shirts, wrestling shirts, and headbands. Don't overthink this, Zach, okay? Please don't. You overthink like shit about me like way too much. If I'm your profile pic, Jiminy Christmas, brother. I'm just saying. Rico. God. Suave. You bet, biatch. J-Bone, we got a good question. Who could be the 4 mystery for the casino battle royal? We'll get to that. We'll get to that after SmackDown, okay? Just remember that question, all right? But yeah, I'd she would get my vote, but I know there's a few other options. I know Carmella's out there, somewhere. I think I don't know. I don't know where she's been. I know she was like just like at home chilling because of the COVID stuff. I don't know if she ever actually got sick. I don't know. I haven't heard any updates really on her lately. Um, was Chelsea Green a part of the Beautiful People? No, no, that was way Beautiful People was way before her. At least as far as I know. Vanessa Bourne? No, she's supposed to be part of that retribution group or something. But anyways, so yeah, Chelsea Green gets my vote. We'll have to see. Let's just hope that they don't do like over 2 months worth of vignettes and then nothing. And whoever it is just sits on the shelf for another 5 months. Because that's what they did with didn't they do that with Emma and her new gimmick? They did like 10 weeks worth of vignettes and then like nothing, and then they finally brought her back. They showed the gimmick. She went back, ripped off her dress, came out as her old Emma. Some shit, and then they fired her. What the hell, WWE, jeez Louise. So yeah, let's just hope it's not that. Part of retribution. Emelina. Yeah, remember Emelina? God, that was horrible. I have a feeling that Impact was going to do like another, like not the same gimmick, but something similar, like right before she was supposed to come back, and then COVID happened and travel shit happened and whatever. Yeah, that's right, Swag fan, totally. Let's see what else here. Some other highlights. Um, Heavy Machinery and Otis, or excuse me, Otis and Tucker of Heavy Machinery beat Miz and Morrison. And then Morrison steals the Money in the Bank briefcase. goofy as shit. I cracked up. So Miz is like, you know that doesn't make you Money in the Bank, right? And Miz is like, or Morrison's like, whatever. Yeah, it does. So opens it up later. It's this lunchbox. There's just like a stapler in there and some shoelaces or something and a sandwich. And Otis actually keeps it in the smaller, same color lunchbox. It's goofy. But so, with all this like serious stuff going on with the Roman Reigns back as champ, I cannot picture Otis cashing in on him. Like, I got a feeling Otis might be hanging on to that for a while. Do you ever get that feeling? Like he's going to be holding that on for at least a year till the next one, like Carmella did. It was like 300 some odd days. I don't know. I just can't. I mean, somebody would really have to beat the shit out of Roman for Otis to cash in. But it's so awkward. I mean, I love Otis. Hey, gotta support the Wisconsin guys. God bless them. Yeah. Guy's so inspirational. It makes me want to gain weight again. I'm kidding. Shouldn't be drinking this then, right? I don't know. Just because he got that, right before Mania, or was that at Mania? I forget. There was the Money in the Bank was like right before Mania, right? Or was it right after Mania? I can't remember. Tucky. Needs more consistent storylines. Yeah, that's true. But at least they're making new stars. Like, they got Jey Uso headlining a pay-per-view. That's pretty tremendous, in my opinion. They got Riddle out there. I mean, they made a lot of new stars at Payback. They really did. New women's tag champs, all that stuff. Let's see. Talked about Big E getting put through a windshield. That was brutal. So who knows what's going on with Big E? I don't know. Women's tag title match. Nia Jax and Baszler beat the former tag champs in a rematch. Bayley and Banks post-match. Here's where it really sinks in. Bayley attacks the shit out of Banks and just destroys her. Like, Banks is already banged up from the match. Her knee's bugging her. She's wincing. She's like, oh, my knee. And Bayley is like, I'll help her out of here, because Banks is basically refusing help from everyone. She's getting sassy. She's getting, go away. Shh, get away. Bayley's like, I'll get her out of here. So everyone leaves, security and the EMTs, and they all leave. And Bayley just clobbers the shit out of her. So finally, we're getting the turn. Finally, after months and months of speculation and fans wanting this to happen, because I mean, they do have a good chemistry together as rivals. So I was happy that finally happened. Bayley went full, just crazy on her. Fatal 4-way. Riddle, Jey Uso, Corbin, Sheamus. I kind of tuned out for this. They started out, now this was weird. This was really weird. They started out the fight. They had everyone out there, and then they had two segments. They had the segment of the Firefly Funhouse, just a real brief one. Bray Wyatt saying, "I'm going to bring in a new friend next week. See you next week. Bye." So it was just really quick. Like, oh, okay, someone new. But they've been hinting at this stuff about Alexa Bliss. She's changing her hair. She's playing with it. Looks kind of like She's got little mini pink dreads in there. So she's getting influenced, or she's starting to fall for Bray or something. Like, so maybe that's what's happening. Like, he's going to bring her in or zap her into the fun house and try to, I don't know, make her his minion or something. Turn her into, what was the sister? Oh, Sister Abigail. Like, she'll be, like, he'll transform her into, like, the funhouse version of Sister Abigail. Something. I don't know. Who knows? Mr. Fretz, what is up, dude? So, and then they come back. So after those two segments, then they come back to the Fatal 4-Way. It's weird. It's like, why did you have everyone out there have two segments and then come back? Why didn't you do the two segments and then just do the match? Whatever. I know it's wrestling. Don't overthink it, right? So Jey Uso wins the Fatal 4-Way. Nothing really big to take away from it. I kind of like mentally checked out at that point because I was like, okay, it's going to be Riddle or like so me personally, I wanted Riddle to win, but I didn't think they were going to do that early. All right, so I assumed it was going to be Sheamus or Corbin or Big E was going to come back and, like, you know, limp into the ring and maybe get a win or something. I don't know. So yeah, congrats to Jey Uso. Gonna headline a pay-per-view with his cousin. It'll be interesting. I mean, I'm actually really excited for that. Number one, I'm happy for Jey. Number two, like, we honestly haven't seen much of Roman since he's been back. It's all been real quiet. He was literally in the pay-per-view for 3 minutes and won the championship because he let them beat the shit out of each other for 10 minutes. They actually showed the clock in the replay. That's a hilarious part. It was exactly 10 minutes on the mark that they beat the crap out of each other, literally destroyed the ring. He came out there, did his thing. 3 minutes later, boom, champ. Thank you. Good night. You know, it's just goofy, but whatever. I'm still happy he's back. I'm happy he's champ. I don't care if he's with Heyman. I think it's so far I like it. You know, they're keeping it simple. Paul Heyman's doing his shtick, and Roman's keeping his stuff just short and sweet. You know, he's not out there cutting 20-minute promos. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that from anyone. If we are going to get anything like that from anyone, I want it to be Paul Heyman. The guy's, you know, he can pull that off. Not too many people can. So, oh, and did you notice they changed the name of the pay-per-view to Clash of Champions Gold Rush? What's with the Gold Rush? Like just changing it up or something? I don't know. But whatever. It's not it's not Great Balls of, it's not Clash of Champions Great Balls of Fire, you know, or something like that. So, oh man. To quote LeBron James, it's about damn time. All right. So yeah, I mean, there's some few interesting things going on here. Obviously, Sheamus and Big E are continuing their thing. Roman Reigns and the whole thing with Paul Heyman is explained, which I thought was a great way to kick off the show. Because I know fans, including myself, wanted to know, like, why? Why? That's the big question, right? New feuds with Bayley and Banks, Nia Jax and Baszler are still champs, which, you know, usually in a scenario like this in the past, they would have done something like, oh, Banks and Bailey took it back. I honestly thought for a second that's what was going to happen. You know, it wouldn't have surprised me if they did that. You know, and just went back to that because that's so typical of WWE, right? But they actually ended it there and started a brand new storyline with Banks and Bailey, and we'll have to wait and see what's in the future of Jackson Baszler. So good for them. I'm happy that they didn't just, take it off from right away. The stuff with Morrison and Otis is goofy. It's okay. You gotta have a little comedy in there, right? I'm okay with that. And Firefly Funhouse stuff, we'll have to wait and see what's up with that. No Strowman. That was interesting. Thought maybe Strowman was going to come down and mess with, Roman Reigns, like right away. Thought that was odd that he wasn't there at all, So I don't know if he's just taking a break or if he's injured or what. I haven't heard anything. So that's SmackDown. I thought it was okay. Like I said, it just felt like it flew. It really did. It was a really easy watch tonight. To me, Swagfan says, from what I've seen, I wasn't ready for Sasha and Bailey split yet. They were pretty entertaining, in my opinion. We're going to just agree to disagree. Swagfan, I was so over it. Because they were just overly obnoxious, especially Bailey, like every week. Just loud as shit. I was like, okay. Like, I get it. You're a heel. You're supposed to be like your old self, but turn it up to 10 and just crank the weird in there somewhere. So I was over it. So she's still evil Bailey with this, but now that's the feud that we get. So for me, it was just like, oh god, that's enough. So I'm actually excited for Banks versus Bailey. Like, I'm sure they're gonna have a good match. They have in the past. Hell, they just did a special on them. I want to check that out sometime. Elijah Washington says, J-Bone, what if Bray Wyatt's new friend be the Monster Abyss or someone debuting? Oh, Jiminy Christmas. I'd pop, but it'd be weird, because he was originally supposed to come to the WWE, and he was supposed to have a feud with Undertaker long time ago, like mid 2000s, like right when he started getting hot in TNA. I forget what year that was, but man, if we actually get, because I don't think he's wrestled in a few years. Like, he wrestled here a couple years ago, and I think right after that he went to he did the Hall of Fame with Impact, and then he pretty much left for WWE right after that. They took him as a writer. So I don't even know if he wants to wrestle anymore. I mean, the guy has really tore himself up over the years. So, I mean, that's a really interesting. You know what? What if Braun Strowman is like, hey, neither of us are champ. Why don't we both team up and go get Roman? What if Strowman? What if it's Strowman? I don't know. I don't really want to see that. I'd rather see someone new, but it's probably going to be it's probably going to be Alexa Bliss. Like she's going to show up kind of like Adam Pearce did, all weirded out. Like, what am I doing here? What's going on? By the way, that was funny as hell last week when Adam Pearce showed up with the contract and he was like oh geez, what was it? Oh, Mr. McFeely, from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, Mailman Pierce. It's crazy. Can't be the only one who feels like when Charlotte and Becky come back, they're going to be pushed as a team harder than Banks and Bailey. I don't know. They might. They might. I mean, it's really refreshing that they are gone. But I'll be honest, I know a lot of people can't stand Charlotte, but I like her. I think she's really good and she's become a top gal in the WWE. She's owning that well. Some people she gets handed too much shit, but I just think she's one of the hardest working gals out there. That's me. That's just me. We can agree to disagree. It's fine. But I know why she's gone, and it's it just makes me chuckle. Like, God, it's like that's why you're gone. Okay, but it's vanity. It changes people. His last Impact match was Homecoming 2019. Oh wow! So that's what, a year and a half ago ish, give or take a little bit. Okay. I don't think Abyss wants to be in the ring. He's put his body through a lot. Though I wouldn't mind. Yeah, right. I feel exactly the same way. Speedy delivery. Zach, I know you're close to my age, so you remember that shit. I know you do. Um. So yeah, on the road to Clash of Champions, we could open it up for whatever. Um. Oh, someone asked about the social media stuff. Um. I didn't read the like I said, I didn't read the email and I didn't read the full article. I get what's going on. They don't want anybody making any extra additional money on the side through Cameo or Twitch or your own website, like Ethan Page is doing. Okay, like this perfect example. Like Ethan Page is building his own thing. He's really building his own brand. And a lot of people from Impact Wrestling are doing that. And hey, good for them. Good for them. WWE though, or you put it all on Vince. You could do. It's probably a number of people going to Vince like, hey, all these people are doing this, and it's as much as it's a bummer. I gotta say though, I'm not surprised he did this. I'm not saying I agree with him. I'm saying I'm not surprised in the least. Honestly, I'm not, because look at what happened with Xavier Woods' channel. That's a WWE entity now. Look at what happened to Zack Ryder's stuff. The Long Island Adventures or whatever the heck his thing was when he first made it. I forget. Um, oh yeah, Elijah, we'll get to that. I get it because it's considered moonlighting. you know, like for if all you're doing is like a diary and that's all you're doing, like Alistair and Zelina Vega, like they're married, right? They're married or together, or I forget if they're married or just dating. I forget. But all they do is like gameplay stuff, I think, and they do like diary stuff. And I'm sure they got a decent following, but I don't know if they have their stuff monetized. I know you can change that so that you can turn off the Google AdSense so that you're not getting paid. So I don't know to what degree they're going to do this. Like, you can't have your own YouTube channel at all. Like, if it's just a reality based thing or if it's a skit thing or what. I don't know where the off switch on that whole thing is. Like, I'm subscribed to the Alistair Zelina Vega one. I've watched just a little bit of it, like seen little clips here and there. But that's a perfect example of, okay, is that going to go on the radar of you can't do this? Because, I mean, in a sense, it's different from what Zack Ryder was doing. Zack Ryder's stuff was very skit based, trying to get himself over and book himself to show that he had talent and, for entertainment value, Twitch, you can get a lot of money on Twitch if you have a big following. By the way, I'm on Twitch. Please give it a follow. I'm trying to build it. I don't plug it enough, but I'm on there right now. Just look up Smash This Podcast. What I need to do, though, is uniform the logos across all the brands. And I've been inconsistent with that. That's probably hasn't helped me, so I need to change that. So watch for everything to have this logo real soon. It's not going to be like the black and white picture of me. I'm going to take that down. It'll be this one up here or something similar to that real soon. Okay. So, it's considered moonlighting. If you're making money, if you're under contract and you're employed and you're making money somewhere else, it's probably considered moonlighting in Vince's eyes. That's a really old term, Similar to, like, okay, for me, back in the day when I was stocking, a big no-no would have been like, okay, you can work at this grocery store and you got your kid, but now you can't work at this other chain. Like, say I work first shift over here, you can't go work for this other store, different brand, at another shift because it's competition. Doesn't matter. You can't do it. It's that same way of thinking. So, do I like it? No, but do I get it? Yeah. I mean, Vince is running a business. He wants whatever he's doing with your entity and your name and whatever, you're his. And that's plain and simple how it is. So no, it doesn't surprise me at all. Look what he did. Like I said, look what he did with Xavier Woods. Look what he did with Zack Ryder. Perfect example. If you're shocked by this, you shouldn't be. I'm not. Stuff has just changed a lot in the last 10 years of YouTube. Other stuff has popped up like Twitch. So it's actually a lot easier to build with Twitch, even though I've been doing this for YouTube with 7 years and I'm still not monetized, but whatever. It's not sour grapes. It's just me talking. I used to be monetized. Then, some dickwad took that all away. Logan Paul bitch, something. I don't know. Whatever. Did something. It was Long Island Ice Z. Thank you. I couldn't remember. It was Long Island something. Thank you. Moonlighting was a great show. Shit, you are old, dude. If you remember Moonlighting. I remember the theme song. And that guy just passed away like a year ago. I remember that. Bruce Willis and shit, I can't remember. I can picture her. I can't think of her name. Some blonde. It's like mid to late 80s. Mid 80s. Yeah. Like Kevin Sullivan doing work for AEW while still working for Impact. Yeah, Impact did not like that. That was not cool. Although I don't know what the whole contract thing was. Like, I don't want to assume to know. Like, there's, like, I think there was some gray in there too or something. Maybe. I don't know all the details, but I know what you're talking about. I heard about that. I know Impact wasn't happy with that. What's up, Ronnie? How you doing? Cheers. Long Island IZ, that's my guy. Yeah, he's going to be on AEW All Out tomorrow. Sybil Shepherd, yes. Swag fan, thank you. I knew someone was going to come up with it. Someone else asked something. The irony that Miro got fired and went straight to Twitch, right? But in that same sense, Lana can't do her TikTok no more. Her TikTok's done. Like, I don't know if she got paid from TikTok. I know a lot of people watched her TikTok. She's dancing and shaking her tushy or whatever. She's got to get rid of it. It's done. It's one of those things. Happy birthday to Xavier Woods. Awesome Kong, Jerry Jarrett. Oh, that's what the cake was for. He thought Xavier Woods was on there. Or he thought Xavier Woods was at the show and Big E got jumped, and that's what the cake was. I thought it was Big E's birthday. I misunderstood that. Thank you. Okay. Awesome Kong, Jerry Jarrett, happy birthday. All right. J-Bone, you think they're doing it because of the Sonya Deville incident? I'm assuming you're talking about the social media thing. No, it's all entity and money making. I don't think it has anything to do with Sonya. It's not Vince pulling them and trying to protect them. That'd be a really shitty way of putting it too. If we'd be, no, I don't want your other entities out there to protect you. I'm gonna keep you in the WWE universe bubble. No, I wouldn't believe that for a second. No. I mean, obviously, I'm sure he feels that way about his employees, but to pull them off of the other socials and say that was the reason, no. Vince has done some scummy things. That would be no. He's a smarter businessman than that to try to say something like that, in my opinion. For mystery for AEW Casino Battle Royal. Who can it be? I know a lot of people think that Miro is going to show up. Would Woods have to get rid of his gaming channel? No, because that's actually the Up Up Down Down actually is a WWE entity now. But see, that's the perfect example. Woods started that, and WWE was like, nope, that's ours. Thank you. So no, they actually own part of that now. So that's not all his. It's WWE's. Why isn't Killer Cross NXT champ? Because he dislocated his shoulder really bad at the NXT Takeover 30 in the match with Keith Lee. I talked to someone who's very close to that situation. I haven't heard anybody else say this, so I'm just gonna say it's my own little Smash exclusive because I don't know if anybody put an actual time thing out there. I heard 8 months, which really sucks, which means middle of next year ish. Excuse me. Like not next summer, but close to late spring, early summer. If healing goes well. But he's really in shape. I know he's going to push himself, so hopefully springtime. We'll have to see. But yeah, that's what I heard, 8 months. So cross our fingers for Cross. Keep him in your prayers. Hope that recovery goes well. I haven't heard any details beyond that as far as like how bad it really was, but if it's 8 months, that's pretty bad. And that kind of injury sucks because that's what Orton's been dealing with for years, and what put him on the shelf so many times is he kept dislocating his shoulder. From what I've heard. But hey, Orton's been healthy lately. He's a very smart worker. Opinions aside on what you think about his promos or anything like that, that's why Orton's still around. He's one of the best. You know? The guy knows how to work. As far as, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like jump away from that one. I just saw that. Man, Elijah, you got so many questions tonight. Can't keep up with them. The mystery people for tomorrow. I did say Miro. Beyond that, I don't know. Tony Khan said he had some surprises. He's really excited about tomorrow night. I'm very excited. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a watch along, but I am absolutely going to be doing a review with Basil. I'll be setting that up during the day tomorrow, so watch for that. Chris Hero, yeah, I'd love to see Chris Hero back. It's been a while. I feel like he's one of those guys that, right alongside people like Eddie Kingston need to get seen and heard, Chris Hero could do so much. And I don't think he's even touched the indies since he's been gone. Technically he was an NXT guy. So 30 days off of his firing, he was free to go anywhere, do anything. And to my knowledge, he hasn't done anything. So I don't know if he's been trying to get in better shape, if he's just resting up. I have no idea. Like, he's been really quiet. Like, I haven't seen him on social media at all. Not that I've looked for him. There's a few names. Yeah. Aiden English with Miro. Ooh, together. Ooh, interesting. Eric Redbeard. Redbeard. Yeah. If you don't know who that is, it's Rowan. Joe Hennig. Yeah, dude, I'd love to see Hennig. I know he wasn't that great at promos or whatever, but dude, AEW is so loaded with managers. He could show up in any stable and be a significant part of it. Easy. Dude, Joe joining Tully and FTR and Spears. Pff, someone give me a hell yeah, dude. That'd be money, in my opinion. Warhorse? Maybe. I mean, his match against Cody was great. And I see his stuff like on social media, and he's fun to watch. You know, he's like a mini warrior. That's not a knock on him. He's just, you know. Jeff Cobb, I'm pretty sure he signed with Ring of Honor. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Well, I know wasn't he part of that New Japan stuff that was going on in the States? Some of those struggle shows or whatever the hell, Summer Struggle. I forget what it was called. Summer something. I'm pretty sure he's with them. Maybe he changed their mind. I don't know. Or changed his mind, I should say. Um, Joe can join the Four Horsemen just like his father. Agree. Well, now, was he in there? I don't know if he was. Like, I think of like Mr. Perfect being part of the Heenan family. I don't know if he was part of the Four Horsemen. Back in WCW. Huh. See, I don't remember that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I don't remember that. Like, there's been a lot of people in the Four Horsemen over the years. When Tully was gone, they started putting everybody and anybody in there. Not to knock anyone that was in there. Who the hell was that? That Chicago Bear football dude. He was on commentary too for a while. He was in there. Paul Romo was in there. I mean, they put a lot of people in there. It was NWA or NWO. Oh. Yeah, I remember him being in NWO. I didn't think he was in Four Horsemen. Can't think of his name, but do you think Jordan Grace's husband will be back in the ring? Oh, yeah, the octopus dude. I can't think of his name. Yeah, he's in Ring of Honor. I don't know if he was injured. I mean, Ring of Honor hasn't been doing anything. They've been filming stuff. I think the TV episodes actually come back this next week. Like this weekend, they're showing like the best of the Bruisers or Beer City Bruisers or something like that. And I think the new TV episodes are coming back in middle September. I want to say. I don't know. I got to double check that. But I'm very curious to see how this all plays out, especially if Moose is going to chase EC3 in the TNA Championship to Ring of Honor television. Dude, that blows my mind. That's one thing I've not talked about here yet. And we've talked about it on TNI. That's why I'm very excited about that. Does that mean that somebody from Ring of Honor is going to show up in Impact? I did a fantasy booking thing a couple years ago. Back before AEW, when they were starting to book the Impact and Ring of Honor people on the Jera Cruise. And I did like a fantasy, because I don't do a lot of fantasy booking, but I fantasy booked Impact Wrestling versus Ring of Honor on the Jera Cruise, like a fantasy pay-per-view card. And I tagged Cody in it because he was one of the top guys at the time. I don't remember if he was champ or not at the time, but I know he was one of the top guys in Ring of Honor. This is before All In. I'm pretty sure it's before All In. And I tagged him and some people from Impact and some people from Ring of Honor. He replied with, "Untag me from this shit." And I was like, oh! I was excited, but also like, oh, fucker, It was like one of those late night drunk tweets, 2 a.m. Untag me from this shit. This shit. So I don't tag him in a lot of stuff anymore, specifically, just kind of like I still love Cody, but I was just kind of like, it's soured me for a while. Fine, fucker. Like, don't tell me you don't like people tagging you and shit. Fucker. Steve McMichaels, thank you, Extreme D. Yes. Maybe Davey Boy Smith. Yeah, I mean, there's so many. Brian Pillman Jr., yeah. Jonathan Gresham, thank you. Jeez Louise. See, you don't see him on TV for like a long time, and then, you know. Heel J-bone is growing on you. Okay. Arn gave Kurt his spot in the Horsemen, then Kurt double crossed them in War Games. Oh, is that when he joined the NWO? Is that how that happened? That's interesting. I've never seen that. Gresham is facing Shelley on the 19th. Oh, is that in that Chicago show? The Warrior Wrestling's got like 3 pay-per-views coming up. And like 12th, 19th, and whatever date after that. 26th, whatever. I don't know. Matt Sydal for X Division. Take My Money versus Willie Mack Pro. Take My Money. Yeah, that'd be all right. Turd cutter? What? So, Zach, I was right. You're right. Wow. That's interesting. Yeah, see, some of that stuff in WCW, like I watched a lot of WCW late 90s, but I would probably watched about half of the Nitros. First half, or I don't know. I just didn't watch them. Because I know there's a certain amount of them where, Hogan was still a good guy, and Luger came in, and they were trying to rebrand it. Then babyface Hogan got stale, and that's why they made the NWO, and he turned on everyone. And so I still want to go back and watch those because man, some of those are so good. They did so many great things back then. And the Luchadors, that's some of the best shit ever. Young Ray, Psychosis, Hoovy, Juicy, some of the best stuff ever. A young Chris Jericho. Oh my God. So good. So good. All right. Couple more questions and I'm going to call it a night. I saw somewhere that Warrior Wrestling can't legally advertise Tessa for an upcoming show. Really? Because Daga is. Daga's on. Daga's on some show coming up. So he's back in the States. I forget where. I forget if it was Zello or Warrior or what. But he's back in the States for something coming up. So I don't know what. I didn't hear that about the Tessa thing. I don't know if it's because like she got fired and so there's something with her. No, that would make sense. Unless she got hired by someone right away and they just can't. I don't know. No, that just makes no sense. I don't understand why they wouldn't be able to. If she's free, She can do whatever the hell she wants. She still has fans out there, regardless of where she's going. I'm still going to be very curious and watch her very closely whenever she does come back to the States. So who knows what she's going to do? I have no idea. Oh, forgot things during the old wrestling days. Yeah, dude. I mean, I've watched, at my age, I've watched so much wrestling over the years, and I can't remember what the hell I had for breakfast yesterday. It's like shit. Barry Windham's heel turn to join the Horsemen was the best. All right. Yeah, he was part of them for a while. He's the one I went in the WWE Hall of Fame with him. That was interesting. If you look at one of the ads, it says Kylie Ray versus the Diamond with a figure that looks exactly like Tessa. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe she's just trying to rebrand herself or something. I don't know. I'll have to, because I know Basil's working those shows. I'll have to ask him about that. That's interesting. Hey, maybe she'll show up tomorrow. I don't know, like in the pay-per-view. I wouldn't mind seeing PJ Black in Impact and J-Bone. We'll get some good stuff this week. AEW All Out and Impact card this Tuesday looks nice, and EY is world champ. Beat NXT that fast. Yeah, NXT. I heard NXT buried Impact in the numbers, but I don't give a shit about that. I know some people are starting to spread that around, and it's like, look, if we're enjoying Impact and we're reviewing it on a weekly basis, do we give a shit what the numbers are? No, we don't, do we? No. So, Wade Keller and PW Torch and whatever those guys can like make a point to try to put that out there like it's actually news, and no one gives a shit. That's like saying NXT on Tuesday buried AEW Dark. Ooh, man, no one gives a shit. Shut up. Like you tried to come up with something cool and new. No, it's like we know that Impact is not getting good numbers. Do we wish they got better numbers? Yes, of course we do. But they're not, but that doesn't deter me away from watching. Because I know worldwide the numbers are there. Do I know that my podcast is growing every single week by decent numbers because of it? Yeah. That's a sign. That's what I told Trent. I said, no matter what the TV numbers are, our show is growing. That means that more and more fans are watching worldwide, and they're tuning into us to check it out, or get the reviews at least, You're right. Yeah, who cares about that fucker? Swag fan says, I'm looking forward to see what Tessa does, so don't hate her. Just disappointed. Yeah, I hear you. I am too, And only they know what happened, as far as like the verbiage and whatever went back and forth. Business is business. Shit happened. I think a lot of it has to do with timing. So whatever. They couldn't work it out. They couldn't work it out. It just sucks because they put so much into her, and to have it fail so badly, it just, that's what sucks. That's what sucks the most, It really does. Oh shit. Oh shit. I didn't even think about that, Elijah. Or she could be the girl in the heels during SmackDown. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is it Tessa? Holy shit. I don't know. My money's more on Chelsea Green, but I don't know. I mean, she can go wherever. Maybe that's why she can't get advertised. Because WWE already signed some shit. And they're just letting her do whatever. Because she didn't do a lot. If she did book indie dates, it ain't many. Because that's the first one I'd have heard. Not that there's a ton out there, anyways, but I mean, there's a lot of them out there. It's just you only see so many on social media. Like I'm sure there's like little ones all over the place popping up that people are showing that they're just not big advertisers and they're not well known. They're not on Fight or whatever. But all the big ones in Chi-Town are, or they're on high spots. Smash this podcast with J Bonus Worldwide. It is. It is. It makes me feel like $1,000,000. And I try not to. I try not to brag about it. I mean, I've had people message me from overseas. Hell, look at Paul. Paul's on the other side of the world. He's in the islands. He's in Hawaii. It blows my mind. Or someone from Europe contacts me. Hey, what's up? We love your stuff. Oh my God. That blows me away. It always keeps me humble and makes me happy that someone out there is enjoying my stuff. Is Scumbag making his return tomorrow? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he'll be there. Oh, you mean here? I'm thinking like my days are mixed up. You mean like tomorrow night on the show for the review? Um, I don't know. I don't know. Do I hope he'll show up? Yeah. I'm thinking like Sunday or Tuesday, and my days are all mixed up. Um, we'll have to see. He had some kind of thing going on, but I told him I was like, "Oh man, come watch the pay per view. Do the review with us." I'm gonna have a more like um, yeah, I'm gonna definitely try to get him on more like AEW stuff because I like Kyle. I think he shakes stuff up, and if he does it on here, it's still my show. I don't care, whatever. I trust him. He's not gonna do something to try to destroy my show or nothing. It'll look like that, but no, no. Kyle's good. Good guy, Kyle. Good guy, Kyle. I hate when you're fucking phone tries to spell for me. You misspelled fucking. uh, but yeah, at least it'll be me and Basil. I was thinking about doing a watch along, but that means I'm sitting here for a long, long time. And I heard the pay per view is actually going to be pretty long. So I'm like, if it's going to be like a 4 hour show, I don't want to sit here for 4 hours, even though I probably am going to be anyways, depending on how I watch it. Um, and then review it for whatever. But we'll see. So, all right, we're coming up between an hour and a half to 2 hours. So let's check out of here. Tomorrow's a big day. We'll be reviewing AEW's All Out. I'm going to check with Basil and see what he feels like tomorrow. But as far as I know, it's just going to be the review. And we'll go live like right afterwards. I just don't know exactly when it's ending, so I'll probably set it up. I might have to adjust it, though. We'll have to see. But yeah, super stoked. I know they changed the card a little bit. They put the women's match, the Big Swole versus Britt Baker. It's supposed to be a cinematic, like Falls Count Anywhere thing. They put that on the main card. Oh, excuse me. And they added what, Private Party versus I forget who. I'm sorry. Private Party versus someone. Dark Order or something. I saw it. Someone will come up with it. A quick look on Twitter. See if I can find it. I can't fill in the blanks for AEW. Well, what the hell? Come on, Sting. Dang it. Okay. I'm looking. Dude, everybody's showing off their collections. Son of a bitch, man. Can't find. I know I'll get them someday, but damn. Can't find it. I know they put it out there 4 hours ago. Oh, that's from the AEW Dark. Okay, they'll put it on right. You could start spouting off tag teams. Yeah, just do that. No kidding. Where is it? Where? There it is. Private Party versus Dark Order 3 and 4. 3 and 4. Who's 3 and 4? Oh, that's Reynolds and Silver. No. Lucha Bros, PNB, Best Friends. Nope, all wrong. Dark Orders 3 and 4. Josh Silver and Alex Reynolds. Okay, there you go. Well, it's okay. You tried. I thought it was a Dark Order. So, okay, so those guys are not, in theory, going to be in the Casino Battle Royal. So, at least they put them in there. Because Josh Silver and Alex Reynolds really have been a significant part of the Dark Order lately. They've been featuring everyone here and there, so that's good. And Private Party, damn, they're so much fun to watch, right? They're like a young version of the Young Bucks, in my opinion. They're so good. So there's that update. I can't think of nothing else. I'm tired. Let's get out of here. What? Get Brandon Cutler versus Peter Avalon. Loser loses. Oh, yeah, I saw actually them cut the promos for that on the Dark right before I started watching SmackDown. So maybe they'll add that, or maybe they'll save it for Dynamite. I don't know. I really don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, I guess they split them up. I'd like to see them win once in a while. It's like, damn, did you sign to lose all the fucking time? That's kind of how Brian Myers of you, shit. Damn. I mean, somebody's got to be out there thinking the same thing. Like, come on, I want them to win once in a while. I like the characters. They're both good wrestlers. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been hired, right? And Helico and Evans is an underrated tag team. Dude, I love those guys. I was so excited when they signed. And they haven't been really... They've been kind of treated like P&P, Santana and Ortiz. Really haven't been featured much. They're there. Like Angelico had a match with Kaz or something recently. I know Evans is back too, but they'll rotate them in. They'll do something with them because they're too good not to, right? I mean, in my opinion, Jack Heavens from the heavens. Great promo guy, too. He really is. So, all right, peace, guys. You know what to do when we get out of here. We smash that like button, we smash that sub button, and we ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when more of my content hits your screen. Hit that merch link down below. All the socials are down there. The Instagram, the Twitter box. Twitter box is right here. That's me personally, and also Facebook. I probably put the least amount of stuff on Facebook, but anyways, it's still there. So give them a follow and hit that sub and all that stuff. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night for All Out. Much love. Have a good one.